3:59. What's going on, guys? I am actually really hungry all of a sudden. Documents. We're gonna do a very quick stream today. Alright guys, today's going to be kind of quick. I am really hungry and I've been in a meeting all day long. I've been doing like a Vistage meeting. So it's just basically like, it's just kind of like a bunch of CEOs and a bunch of people get together that are all over, and we're like the emerging group or something like that. And so I'm just getting out of that meeting. It's been going on since 7:30 this morning. So it's been a long day. We've been in Zoom all day long. So I apologize if I'm exhausted. I apologize if I'm tired. It's just been a long day, nonetheless. So let me just post this final P&L here. Alright guys, I'm just setting everything up here. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. Hopefully you guys have been trading profitably today. Today was definitely a opportunistic day. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, VTNR was the big mover of the day. Let's see here. Let's see here. So VTNR. We had Game, we had AMC, we had PIRS, and we had, what was the other one? Lizzie. Okay. Alright. That's posted. I'll make sure that's posted on Twitter as well. Alright, cool. Alrighty, guys. So getting everything set up here. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Hopefully you guys have been trading well. Let's go here and go like this. Oops. Go like that. Alright, guys. We have everything set up here. So business... why is this not working? Business Insider... did a story on me today, and it's a very well-written article. Things like this have been, this is a very, very nice article that was written. It took me a little bit to get this done with an editor. It was a decent process, but I'm glad to have it done. We're well beyond the 5 million, but we're going to do another article when I hit 30 million. But guys, VTNR was my big play of the day. VTNR was definitely the big winner of the day. I actually had shares in my Vanguard and in my Inherited IRA on VTNR, and I'll explain why. I got lucky with the news, but the concept is what I was looking at. I like a couple of things, but I want to give it about 30 more seconds for people to trickle on in. So yeah. Another article was written about me on Business Insider, and I'm just going over the story. And it's actually a very well written out article. That it's one of my favorite articles I think that have been written about me. There's been multiple, but this one is a very in depth, and they took pretty good notes, and things like that. So Yeah, so it's an awesome little article here. All right, guys. So, well, that's good enough for me. People will trickle on in, but we got to kind of get the party started here. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Now, basically today was a wash. I tried to short VTNR, and that was a mistake. I shorted it at like the 401, so that was like up in here looking for a wash to 390 and didn't get anything. This thing was so damn strong. And there's a couple of reasons why, and I'll go ahead and go over that here in a second. But it was very damn strong. So, you know, VTNR, right? I was actually looking at this for a multi-week, multi-month swing trade. You guys, I had said this in here. I said VTNR, I only post my swing trades that I feel like multi-week, multi-month in the elite swing trade room. Okay? And I posted it on 5/14. VTNR swing trade idea, multi-week, multi-month idea. That was about 2 weeks ago. I took a position about 5 days ago. I saw the pullback, and I was basically just buying the pullback. I wasn't going to buy the strength. Yeah, really, Trevor, I need to just stop shorting in general. But anyways, I still have profitable stats, though, so it's hard not to. But let me explain this. So first off, I know this thing is spikeable, right? I know this thing can rip and run. This thing went from 380 to 1120 in like 4 days, right? It's known to run in the past, okay? Let's go back to the max. Let me pull up the full entire and maximize here. So this thing has been known to run in the past. You know, believe it or not, it tapped like 2 cents, and this thing has just slowly been gaining traction over time, right? And so then we kind of just been consolidating down here, consolidating now for the past probably about 5 years or so. Now we had our first rip and run up here, and then we had this consolidation area above $1. Okay? Now, this right here was the move that I was looking for. So a strength move up with a lot of volume, and then the consolidation for the next move up. All right? So not only has it showed us that it can move, you know, it has a spikeability here and in here, but then, you know, we weren't breaking down, and then we had solid earnings, and this thing perked up. This strength here, on top of we're getting into when oil's usually hot. Oil is generally usually hot right around June and July. That comes with experience for me in August. So all those, it's spikeable, it's consolidating, it finally had a nice earnings and ripped up with solid volume. I'm looking to buy the dip inside the consolidation and then looking for the move to the upside. Now, the reason why my title said up, you know, almost $1 million on the day, if not $1 million on the day, was because I'm loaded down here on VTNR. In my Vanguard and in my inherited IRA. And I'm going to be honest, I got lucky with the news. But the news to me, and I'm not here to sell you anything, but with what I have seen, okay, first of all, the market cap is, when it started at $1.80, it's about a $90 million market cap. Vertex Energy's to buy Shell, which Shell is a huge company. The word Shell in there is big. Number two, for $75 million, that's insane. Their market cap, let alone, is $90 million. So that alone is a huge deal. Not only that, but then if you go back and look at some of the details in the actual PR itself and what kind of company this is, it's like they basically gave this company to them. And it's because Shell's trying to transition. Let's see, Shell. Where the hell is it? Come on. You can find it, Cameron. You're better than this. I just screwed it all up now. Great. Let's see if this one does it. POC. Okay, right here. After the deal closes, Vertex expects to start an $85 million renewable diesel fuel capital project with the convert in the refinery hydrocracking unit. The renewable diesel fuel projection by the end of 2022, the company is said to have. Vertex projects the refinery will generate at least $3 billion in sales. At least $3 billion in sales. That is absolutely nuts. The Shell just gave this company to them, basically, is what this looks like. And it's all legit. I've had people email Vertex. I've seen emails on social media, and it's legit. This, to me, it's like they basically just gave Vertex the company. I mean, look at this. It'll generate at least $3 billion in sales and $400 million in gross profit annually beginning in 2023. Guys, that's like a year and a half away. And they paid $75 million for it. And that's annually. I don't know. It's too good to be true. Vertex will also enter into a multi-year crude supply and product offtake contract with several companies, including Shell, Bunker Holding. Both companies will buy 100% of the refinery, conventional fuel production, and the company said. So I don't know. That news is legit as far as I've seen. And not only that, but the company is basically getting this for free, in my opinion. Now, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But the company right now, to close the day, was a $90 million market cap. Now it's about $240 million market cap. It's up 170% after hours. There's a couple of things going on with this company. One, I know a lot of shorts are going to probably try and short this because it's easily borrowed, but it's a lower float. Number two, we haven't had a stock gap this big in probably over a month. Can anybody correct me on that? I mean, we're up 150%. Has anybody seen a stock gap up in over a month? Over 150%. We've been looking for that 500 to 1,000 or 2,000% runner. It's also getting into the oil hot season. There's some good things going on with the potential setup for this tomorrow. Now, is this going to go 300, 400, 500%? There's things saying it can. Okay? Now, and this is me being so, into the market and knowing, what happens in these markets. But I know this time of year the oil gets hot. That's why I bought it in the first place. We just had a shortage of oil reported. This is great news for the company. It's a low float, easy to borrow, and people are chomping at the bit for the next big runner. Every 1 to 4 to 5 to 6 months or so, you will get a 2,000, 3,000% runner. Okay? This one has the recipe for that. Now, will it happen? No one knows, guys. I can't tell you. But what I'm going to say is, SCPS, does that one actually gap 150% though? Let's see. No, it didn't gap at all. And that was, yeah. Sorry about the chair. But guys, so we've also been knowing that the market's been heating up. We've had SCPS, we've had PIRS, today we had Lizzie, we had AXCS. It seems like we're out there and people are trying to find that runner, and it just has the recipe. Now, will it happen? I don't know. Okay? What I do know is I'm sitting pretty at $1.80. What I do know is if it does go, I don't want to sell it. So I'm going to think long and hard tonight about how I'm going to play this going into tomorrow. I know it isn't in my challenge account, but tomorrow I want to be buying the dips, I think, in this account on VTNR. And that's basically it. Okay? So today, guys, nice green day until I tried to short VTNR, and I shorted it at 401 and covered at 450. I got squeezed out of there. And I mean, that's 20. My big trade to the long side was ASXC. So I longed it right in here at 251, 252 area, and then I actually took it off on a limit sell at 270. I don't have a huge amount of shares on VTNR, but what I can say is I'm up about $1 million right now on it. So yeah. But those are my other accounts. It just feels good to make some money, right? I mean, I've been on such a cold streak. It just feels good to make some money. Now, today was a slower day in the challenge account, but in my inherited and my Vanguard, it's a big, big day. Now, I'd be more ecstatic if it was in my, inherited or in my challenge account, but that's the name of the game, guys. You can't nail everything, but I'm very excited about the trade that I'm in, and to see the future on the trade. I think there's high upside to this still. So yeah, those of you guys also, a lot of you guys have been asking me about the Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas is ending their deal today. I want you guys to know that, okay? Trade Ideas is ending their 25% off deal today. And I want you guys to know, because a lot of you guys have been asking, I don't want you to get this when it's expensive, okay? So if you're interested in the scanner, I usually take about 60 to 80% of my trades from the scanner. I can't trade without it. I had it off about a couple weeks ago or a month ago. I can't even remember when. And it was off for about 2 hours, and I was like, I didn't even realize how much I actually rely on the scanner itself. I can't trade without it. It's my eyes and my ears to the market. Like, I take about probably 2% of what gets spit out on this thing, but when it spits out a ticker, first of all, I don't have to look down at it. It just says it, so Barb will be like, RCL, RCL, RCL. And just by the tone of it, if it's yelling or if it's quiet, I know if it's going up or if it's going down. If it's yelling, I know it's going down. If it's quiet, I know it's going up. I can't tell you how much a scanner has so much advantages to it, but you have to know how to use it, and it takes probably at least a month to get acquainted with it. So I posted that link. Trade Drive 25, all caps, is what I use. And no, oh yeah, for sure, scanner, this is the way, for sure. No, it's not the way. This is just what I use to spot things throughout the day. If a stock has high volume, low volume, if a stock has a blue chip, or if a stock is a small cap, it's all caught on here. Now, you're going to ask how you get the settings. Well, here's the settings. These are the settings that I use, okay? The large cap and the all-in-one scanner, okay? These two are what I use, okay? You can buy the dip buy and the washout and the momentum and the parabolic separately. It's going to cost you more, but you can buy each one. Now, if I was just going to say what I recommend if you're going to buy settings that are, obviously not the whole thing, it's either the washout or the dip buy. It just gives you that idea of trying to look at dips all the time instead of trying to chase stocks, right? But yeah, I use both of those stocks or both of those scanners. But yeah, I just want you guys to know that Trade Ideas is ending their sales. A solid sale. The most I've ever seen them have a sale is I think 30%. So this is right there with them. They don't usually do a lot of sales. I posted that link there. Check that out. I'm not here to sell you. I'm just here to tell you what works for me, and I hope that it works for you. There's also a video that you can look at to see how you use it. So anyways, guys, I want you guys to know that, again, here's the story written on me for Business Insider, 1,000 into 5 million, and then it explains on kind of how I did it and, how buy the dips and sympathy plays and all this stuff, guys. So he does take risks and he maintains a long-term portfolio, which I do. And yeah, that's really all I have today, guys. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. Have a plan, a process, and a strategy. Free chat in the link description below. My course that teaches my processes in the link in the description below. Brokers that I use, link description below. Brokers 2 free stocks valued at $1,400, link description below. Scanner software I use the code TRADEDRIVE25. It only lasts until tonight. Make sure to know that. Scanner settings I use, also there as well. So, yeah. Alright, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys for supporting the NorMagnoTrading.com community. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you haven't already liked it as well, we should be able to get at least 50 likes. I appreciate you guys for supporting the NorMagnoTrading.com community. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I mean, you can use your own settings and just get trade ideas. You don't have to use mine. It's really up to you. I don't own trade ideas, though. I'm just an affiliate. Guys. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon later for making videos.